quite a statement, and you know that they really wanted this map number 3 because they were certain it was going to be going their way. On the other side of Team Solid, got to make sure that you're ready for this Envy aggression. You see as well, Kainzera back on the Clove. Everything pointing to just going in. And Team Solid's composition looks like it is ready to kind of stall things out, playing that double controller. Egster already getting a little bit of information, but just kind of step out of that one.
We saw this the last time Envy played against Stella, just conditioning that TP presence on the A showers. He doesn't actually go for the TP this time, though, so Envy is willing to sell the stack on B, as it seems. Nice bird out from Poppin, just to guarantee that the stack is still here. He's been fine with using these a little early for the dry contact offs. And a regrowth onto the first damage pool trade as Ion is able to hold down the lurk from Conan. So it is just that presence from the Garden. And last time Envy just had to manage this one line of attack. It went pretty well for them. Rafa, though, has a bit more to say about it. Digizine escorted upward, and so it's a 1v2 at the end. But Poppin, with all that dry contact, is able to negate it. Envy keep 2 standing and are now 5 for 5 on pistols this series.
Yeah, their pistols seem like they simply cannot be stopped at this point. Envy on the pistol round. Name a better combination because, yeah, they just completely shut things down, but you can already see a lot of their plans getting solidified right off the bat. Exactly like you say. I love that call out. Get it early on that Exter is going to be right by TP. That is going to raise so many questions about what's going on. Is he going to be able to take the TP? Then we got to wait for the crunch out just in case they use the TP to crunch us on showers. It raises so many different questions that last time Stella looked completely lost on. And so I'm wondering how much of an impact that will be coming around here as Kainzera tries to find that early kill.
Havoc has barely made it through, and he's turned it into a frag against Kane. And Digizine, in the meantime, has sprung the trap on his fire from the long visage. Exter with this outlaw has to do a lot of heavy-duty work, and Ion has made his way back. The cavalry has come calling, and so Envy should be able to close this, right? Conan! Shot rings true on the Sheriff. Dink goes popping, and Envy have to re-up the wide angles. Digizine holding it down from Lips. Has it really happened again?
Yes.
Team Solid are 4 for 5 on anti-eco pistols. I am aghast at how they've been able to recover these rounds, Marks.
These are like things that should not happen, just consistently happening here. And I gotta say, the pathing from Havoc this time around was so impressive to me. You know, the initiation kind of flying through there. Immediately the wraparound happens. Digizine sharp as ever to find some of these frags, but enabling the rest of the squad to be able to walk things through. It's those single tap headshots that allow him to continue to thrive. And now that he's not getting shut down, we are seeing the Digizine show light up yet again. Outlaw in hand, Rafa got the Vandal, and yeah, this is going to be back to pistols for Envy.
I remember both these teams do have that cushion of the lower bracket, but to have to get that extra match in would definitely wear you out, and your playbook as well. You want to get to this matchup against TSM and get to that grand final ASAP. No extradition just yet. Inspire may dare. Saying hi to the cam.
That's good though, because at the same time, they've gotten so much of Envy all the way over onto this B site. Well, meanwhile, it's just Havoc alone.
Great discipline by Kane to hold that as the screen goes up. Envy know how little intel they're working with, and they'll deal with the immediate threat first. And yeah, so Kane is going to be able to get a free rifle out of that.
30 seconds
Definitely
left.
dangerous going forward. Inspire, unchecked. Oh, but bides his time, because no one's checking him. And the Classic needs a couple shots to guarantee the kills. Does a hell of a lot of damage to Rafa. Looks like Envy could be able to wrap back this Thrifty here. As Poppin circles, makes his way back. PXS, the only line of defense left now. And on the Stinger, it's so hard for him to do it on his own. The Haunt destroyed, Spike left half, PXS in the pool, and Inspire gets 3. Eco for, I believe, the 3rd time this series?
Yeah, these teams, they love their eco rounds, that's for sure. But that time around, it just goes for a little bit of a misplay coming through from Team Solid. Inspire went completely unchecked. Was able to get the full wraparound. Nothing to really check where that Cypher was going. It's unconventional, but knowing Envy's playstyle, you know that that flank is always going to be set up online. And Inspire has been shooting immaculately this game. And so a little bit of a misread from Team Solid this time around, as finally we get a full rifle round on both sides, but it will be all half shields but on the side of Team Solid.
W keying to the nth degree in the last bit of this match. Poppin', that bird gets absorbed by a whole stack of TSS. Bum rushing down the sand. Havoc still does have a blast pack to go for entry number 2. But it seems like Team Solid are just favoring the neutral space as they're trying to carve out a portion. And now the TP, as the entry from Poppin' and Exter comes through and kills 2 for 2. But Digizine ends up recovering and making the space back to play for Team Solid, having a slightly advantageous 3v3. Inspire does have to stay a tad bit back.
Okay, Digizine also going for the dimensional drift now, just to get a little bit of information here. Inspire the only person on this site, and this time around not doing a flank. You can see Digizine is going in there just to clear that with how painful it was last time in showers. But will be nice and easy. They should be able to get the spike down, but NB are already here, and you know they're going to take the fight.
Yep. Kainzera ready for it immediately. Oh, but he's so in the open at the moment. Still able to find Digizine. Turns on a Conan! Sure, he has a couple people helping and watching, but the kid does it all on his own. And Envy will make it 3-1.
That is unbelievable play coming through from Kainzera. One of the players, once again, who we've been highlighting as the stats player in NA, the one who can do it all. And has been a little bit quiet in the Ascension tournament. I think that first map did an excellent job of kind of demonstrating that, but once Kainzera starts to warm up on the stage, we get unbelievable plays like that. Like, what is that flick, man?
Insane.
Just makes sure to find Conan and then shuts down PXS. Doesn't need any utility or anything, just zipping around at all the different angles to shut that down. And so Envy, they find themselves up to 3-1, as the Team Solid have not looked nearly as stable as they did on map number 1 yet.
Yeah, need a couple more wall breakers to get through. And the Eco clearly showed some positional awareness that can get them over the line, but you can only farm that so much, especially once Envy farms away more advantages like the ultimates and like this operator that Exter's now holding. Kane, gonna get braggadocious in the rounds that he can, and this is certainly one of them. But Digizine will match him, and perhaps already the heat's been checked. Orbital strike on Team Solid's approach. Very telegraphed, but Poppin has to be prepared for this backstab as Digizine maintains this flank watch. As Team Solid will slowly make their way through the lamps. Inspire, 1 for 1. Snakebite will keep them from moving any farther forward, but Poppin has made his way through the showers, and so Team Solid pretty boxed in, actually, at Envy, and they take full advantage of that. Easy swings for Ion and company, and yeah, it feels like the moment that you relent off the showers, Envy feels so much more confident.
Oh, 100%. And it's just so like interesting there because you see Team Solid, they dump all their utility, they dump the orbital strike just on the back of the site. They're so confident that some of the MV players are going to be playing forwards that, yes, by far, this should definitely flush some people out. Give us a couple of angles, make it so that this is so much more winnable. And yet Rafa, no one shoots out the trap, and so immediately gets kind of one-tapped here. And then it's just the swarm in from Envy, and once again, there's simply no answer as they just walk in and clean the rest of house. This defense from Envy always looks so dangerous, and I really think that push through from the TP play is one of the largest things that the Brazilian teams have had issues dealing with.
Yeah. Clearly a lot of training of Brazilian pacing after the 13-0 against Stella. I feel like Envy are very attuned to exactly when Team Solid are going to go for the push itself, and they save practically all of their flashes for that. I mean, Exter is kind of just spamming Q a little bit inside some of these smokes, and it's just working because Envy's here to fight. They're again calling it so quick. Poppin is making calls a little bit earlier as well for Envy to kind of meet the threat, and it's resulting in some very quick ground control, which Envy can turn into very easy pack fights with the resources they have on the defense as well. I mean, to start on this half after coming away with your 12-0 right before this, like, this is the perfect position for Envy to just start soaring.
100%. Yeah, like, you look on the side of the ultimates, Kainzera, is the Not Dead Yet available? There's so many tools to continue to get those frags, get that pressure applied upon Team Solid. And we're not seeing Team Solid, once again, take that initiative themselves. We're not seeing them trying to play so fast forward, initiate it onto Envy and just steamroll them like we did on map number 1. It's all falling apart, and Exter goes for the shot, not able to secure it, so will back off. And once again, DJZin alone is the person who has to keep Showers honest, even with the pressure that might be applied through that teleporter.
Exter's just doing such a great job of single-handedly running down that clock. Just taking that extra op shot, extra 5 seconds. TPing out, conditioning the spot in the TP. Now that the Viper Orb is down, extra 5 seconds. Team Solid are starting to get scared, and Envy know it.
Oh, a little bit of a flash here. PXS, though, does have quite a bit to work off of. Looking at that Nightfall.
Yeah.
Could be helpful in moving some of this through, but Exter just watching up top with that op.
You need DJZin, and he's still manning out Showers. He's gonna even toss his decoy at this. Maybe sell a rush down, but nobody else from short's going. So Envy, yeah, they'll just let it go
30
by.
seconds left.
Still play for the crunch itself. Popping no more birds, though. So this is probably the best chance that Team Solid has to condense.
Ooh.
Nightfall, another Trapwire. Inspire, these TikTok-ass setups. Just catching so much! Come on, man, he does it again, Kane! Give it all to Inspire!
Last player standing.
And everyone from Envy's gonna get in on the fun for that round.
The Trapwires. That's what that round came down to. The Trapwires. No one from Team Solid are clearing the Trapwires. We've seen previous rounds that the Trapwires were how they guaranteed kills in that time of round. It leads to 3.
I can't believe he got 2 on the same freaking wire.
Literally, like, it's just like nobody from Team Solid is kind of keeping that in check or so aware of where they could be, and they're just kind of running in. Like, it feels so discoordinated, disorganized even. And so they're just able to walk away with murder. Tenrek, that is crazy to see, especially given how dominant Team Solid started out this match.
Unbelievable stuff from Inspire to just continue getting the drop. Now Team Solid just gonna try and amp up the gas again. Kane Zera, the stopper. Oh, Envy is locked. I mean, they're still confidently taking the Showers. This is the exact same space that Team Solid didn't feel as capable on before. Kane Zera, he almost feels like hitting that ultimate because he wants the ace that bad, but Ion's gonna clear it away before he can ask for it. So very quickly stomped out. Hey, they can't get a 13-0. How's a 13-1 sound?
Don't say it. Oh, man. But I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there's zero sign right now of Envy stopping. Like, it just feels like they can do no wrong. The kill so early on onto DJZin, and then on top of that, Kane Zera just flying through, activating as the rest of Envy are just wrapping around like ants that have tasted a little bit of sugar. They're just so bloodthirsty, ready for those kills and ready to pounce on them. They don't give Team Solid a moment to breathe before they suffocate all the players and find the round just like that. This time around, though, it will be a little bit more support from Team Solid on the side of Showers. It's Havoc and DJZin. They realize that this has been such an issue for them, so they're going to try and take that space, and Kane Zera the only person on the other side. Inspire watching, though, from all the way up top.
Yeah, he's definitely got help, so this is still a controlled confidence from Kane. Definitely an evolved version of it. Exactly what Envy needs to find their own huge gaps to carry them into the top echelon of this tournament. Hop in, another swing out, he catches PXS, and he gets out before the punish frag from Conan. The timing this guy finds in this garden is immense. Spray down on it to DJZin too! These reads are nuts, man! Kane, wow, didn't wait a second to pop that ultimate. Wants to nail down Havoc here and now. And Havoc will luckily take care of that. But in the meantime, Ion is still puppy guarding this spike. And yeah, Conan, I mean, he's a mountain dwarfing a molehill at the moment. Havoc, what do you do here? Yeah, 12 seconds to go. I say you just save, Bubby.
10 seconds left.
You save, but look, Inspire's already trying to wrap around. Secure that kill too. Like, it's just so crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Team Solid just look like they're lost on some of these rounds.
Yeah.
They're not able to get anything online and are consistently just under so much pressure. Every time they want to just execute on at the site, they fly in, and then somehow one of the members of Envy walks away with 2 kills and is still somehow able to walk away with their life in the midst of all of this chaos and pressure. And yeah, like this time around, Poppin goes in for one. Kane's Arrow on the other side, able to find a couple of kills, activate the ultimate as well. Havoc, though, shutting that one down. It doesn't matter because the defense from Envy is simply just completely uncontested. While Team Solid are having issues even getting that spike down. There's just so much pressure from these kills from the players.
Exter, extension with the operator is aggressive. Despite the flash, it can get nailed down. And so Viper's Pit will get tossed in here by Ion to try to discourage the aggression, but PXS is able to find him in the swarm and take down Poppin on the counter. TSS is all over this round, and they'll make it look easy. Have the guns they need to set up for the remainder of this half. Try to go for the recovery. It had to happen basically now or never. But with that level of punishment, perhaps a bit unexpected, Envy fall into the fray and dig their own grave to an extent that round. Kainzera gonna see how much he can come away with to keep this economy dicey, but again, TSS has branched out way too much for that to make any headway.
All right, here we go. The climb begins.
Yep.
That time around, like you said, it was just kind of the pop out there and then just the understanding from Team Solid to go for some of these sprays, go for some of these opportunities. And PXS, the one who was kind of just deadlifting the rest of the team on the last map, comes up massive with 3 kills right off the bat and allows that entry to go through. You see how coordinated it looks coming through from Team Solid when they get what they want going, but it's just been so hard to get to that original point.
The audience watches here in the Sao Paulo arena. Any round, any inch back, they will deafen this house. And as Inspire said, Envy, they're loving it. They love that crowd presence. They love getting to have their banter with the audience, which they'd like to continue as the villains of Brazil, if they can best this here.
Oh, and look at this. It's a little bit of a different defensive setup from Envy this time. It was Egster and Inspire on this B site. And as soon as they realize it's not exactly what they're intending, then the call gets made to move back around. Envy feel like they've added enough pressure, enough conditioning onto Showers to make Team Solid second guess themselves. And so it kind of funnels them into this one area. DJ's will go for the dimensional drift now.
Just gonna carve out the lamps again. What Team Solid has been able to rely on more often than not. Now the showstopper from Havoc in. It's altitude instead of length, and so Envy get a little discombobulated because of it. Orbital strike to kite out the rest of the site. That's a lot of ultis used by Team Solid. You better make it work from here, right? Another one in as well. The Viper's Pit 2. Team Solid, they really want to guarantee this now, and it's not even an economy toppler for Envy. In we go. Nothing to lose. Everything to keep gaining here if you're Envy. Off watch from Digizine, it's not good. Has to toss out the blind side to get another free peek, but the snake bite is going to prevent him from getting that so easily. He has to skirt back over to short, where this Viper's Pit is still sitting, and the clock is ticking. Envy running out of opportunities to be able to break through this, and Conan holding close, the shorty ready for him. He just sprays down Ion, but Inspire is taken down too. Simply put though, Spike's got too little time left on it. Team Solid are able to lock it down and make a third round theirs.
Yeah, the similar execution off of the orbital strike back onto that A site. You see, they just blasted the back there just to split up the site a little bit more, make it more digestible, easier to clear. And then this time around, it works out perfectly as they just kind of fly in. But like you said, so many ultimates tossed in just to kind of guarantee that. Look at that, Inspire gets 2 headshots like that. It's crazy, man. Like, the kills that have been flying through some of these smokes are just unbelievable. And still, like Team Solid walk away with the win there. If the Viper's Pit went down, it could have honestly gone either way. But Envy now taking a timeout. It's Team Solid. They're getting a little bit of momentum behind them. Popping, chapping those lips, making sure they're ready to go to keep those calls crisp.
A couple more rounds of this to wrap up. Make this nice and secure before Team Solid can get their own lockdown going. And I mean, looking at, you know, Team Solid's composition for something like this, they're going to be able to do a lot of the same sorts of things that Envy's gotten away. I mean, they're going to be able to out Envy to some degree. I mean, the one thing that I'm paying attention to really is Rafa. Just because the smokes are going to be a little more sequential and a little more like game altering. For the side of Team Solid, it feels like they're going to almost need to play around them a little bit heavier. But even so, 2 more rounds to gain on this half. Digizine with the attack operator, still that Nightfall in the tank. You have tools of disposing of these last 2 rounds, but Envy, they still look so like keyed in.
Yeah. They really do. And on top of that too, Eggster has the dimensional drift. Hasn't been having a bit of a slower game here, but honestly, you're gonna take the Kane's era heat up over the Eggster just frying. One of them always gonna be good for it. It's popping under a lot of pressure here. Well, Rafa just plays close, but gets sprayed down right off the rip. That is not how you wanted to start this round.
That is, yeah, a tough start for Team Solid. Inspire does wait out the Boombot, does confirm his position. Poppin gonna let the Seekers go. And, I mean, yeah, typical Envy to kind of step into those. As it'll confirm the crowd's still in the sand. Inspire is very close to this. He gets ahead of the Prowler and finds Havoc! How does he find that window, bro? I'm losing my mind. And Kane has made his way in and T-boned this entire push. It's all Envy in the scoreboard. 8-3. That's nutty, bro.
It's like they just always consistently find the right timings to move out and secure the kills. Like, that's kind of crazy. First the spray down here, and then yeah, just dodging the Prowler. I don't even think Inspire saw it, if I'm being honest with you. And still, it just works out perfectly. Kane's era so far back, playing the Clove, has a lot to work off of, closes out the round. Like, once again, it just feels like Envy can do no wrong. Last round in this half, Nightfall still available. The Team Solid, it is looking rough on their end.
You still got the Nightfall, you still got the guns, you can still make a cry for 4-8. Eggster, aggressive dimensional drift to confirm a mini crowd here. Havoc ready for the other lineup though. Ion stepping into things. Eggster now exiting and Kane crunching with him. So the spike is dropped on Showers. Envy guessed right on Eggster's ulti. And they'll use it to try to babysit the rest of this round. Conan forced into Cubby. Kane Zera beats him out and is now gonna run it down. 3! And it's just one of those days for him now. Maybe his flu's cleared up.
That was the trick. No Michael Jordan flu games here. That's okay. Once again, though, just a fantastic round being called from Envy as you know what, like the way that they played that round, it was just so like surgical. They still seem like they're always consistently finding the timings and just wanting to move in at the exact moments that you would expect. You see that there are a couple of moments here, but the crunch from Showers was perfectly executed off of Eggster's dimensional drift. Like, this is the defense that looks extremely rehearsed and got them their 13-0 win against Stelle. As we switch sides now, I got there eventually. It's now going to be 9-3 in this half. Envy looking as dominant as ever, really close to closing out this match.
Some of the most ever-present Clove I've seen from a kid who is like known for playing Clove very self-servingly as coached by the team. This is a tremendous shift of discipline coming from a guy that so many of us expected to have trouble being able to move the needle in that regard.
Yeah.
I really appreciate how keen Kane has been to continue evolving as a player, to continue learning and growing. And you have to give it to Stunner, you have to give it to Poppin for fostering that level of hunger and for letting him warm up across this tournament. Statistically, Kane came into this match as the worst performer in the entirety of the tournament. And he has completely turned things around. Absolutely incredible work coming from him to lock the hell in and get Envy that step farther against Brazil's best.
Yeah, like you look at Kane's era starting things out was kind of getting dominated. You could even see it in map number 1. And especially in some of those earlier matches that Envy had, you could see just not really heating up to that level. But as time has gone on, Envy getting comfortable with this stage, going up against the home crowd favorites consistently, and still feeding off of that energy, still able to convert things around and win things out. 9-3 in this half. Team Solid, you got the veteran experience from all these ex-tier 1 players. You got to pull your heads together and get ready to pull back if you want a chance at winning this. Otherwise, Envy, they're just going to continue to run faster and faster over your team.
Final half of the night to determine our final candidate for the winners finals. Who will face off against TSM for the spot in that final matchup of Ascension, and who will have to face off against Winthrop University to keep their tournament live stable? Envy on the attack here. Wondering how this double flash is going to be able to fight for longer than just the one round they've had to on this side of Bind at Ascension thus far.
I'm sorry, look at the scoreboard here. Kainzer has 18 kills. The next highest in the lobby is 9. He's literally doubled the number of kills as the next best person. And there's 2 people, and they're both on Envy's side. Like, it has just been a fragging masterclass coming through. But DGZ not ready to let go. Finds 2 at least before Kainzer trades that one back.
And he might have to Thanos his way through this round as well in the 4v3, just running it down past the incendiary. Kane is over it, folks. That's a 20 bomb before round 13 is hit fully. It's an I'm him game from him. Does it wrap up the round though? Still a lot of it to go. An Inspire trying to facilitate the extension. Still not dead just yet, but PXS has done a lot of the damage pool. Is it all to set up Kane again? As he extends from the cage, Kane gets PXS! And Inspire once again babysitting. Conan falls. And the 3v4 falls to a 3v1 as Havoc's ankles are broken. And Kane, once again, held up as the first point of contact. Give it all to him. No, Havoc can at least beat that, but Inspire yet again with the follow-up. And Envy is 6 for 6 on pistols this series.
Forget that calm, collected strategy book. Toss that out the window. Kainzer, literally picking up the spike, mind you, just runs his way on in and finds so much value. Runs over the incinerary to find those kills. And then just back around, all while carrying the spike. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable confidence play coming through from Envy. And I'm not gonna lie to you, now that he's up at 21 kills, that might have sealed the nail in the coffin for Team Solid in this matchup. Havoc gonna take first point here up against Inspire.
Yeah, it might just be too late. Kane might have decided the game is over for you. Oh, but the rest of Envy, still keen too. And Team Solid just as keen to take away this eco as well. Do they go 5 for 6 on those? Digizine can hold him in the TP this whole time. Inspire will finally punish him. Still some shower presence persists. Havoc has been kind of quiet. But so the rest of Team Solid can make their way back and try to go for a full-blown flip. This trapwire, though, walling Conan away, necessitates a little bit of extra movement, and Inspire's already found Rafa. Inspire is good for 3, and Envy swiftly shut down that attempt. It's 11-3.
All right, now Envy have won every single pistol round, and they're done giving out those bonus thrifties. No more. 11-3 in that score line. They are locked in right now. They are having fun. They look like they're just running a masterclass of just understanding the map. It's the presence all over the place, and they never lose those individual duels. Something that seemed to always peek through on Ascent and is only more showcased right now. Every single time Team Solid looks for those individual picks, it hardly ever works out in their favor. DGZ is the only one who is sometimes able to convert those around.
Envy gonna try and get this close contact on the Digizine. They're aware he's there, and Kane Zera waiting out. The Metal is still able to find the opening frag. On that push, Rafa can swing Inspire. Nice head tap, but he's been also hit by that. So still a 3v4 from Team Solid to retake this as Envy just go from 0 to 100 again. Exter extends out of the smoke, finalizes Rafa's health pool, and Team Solid might already have to give it up. They might not even be allowed to do that. Conan forced to fire it out, and it's Exter's turn to go on a kill streak. 4 for him, and 9 rounds of match point for Envy.
Hey, yo, my bad, Exter. I know I just talked a little bit of smack about you being at the bottom of the kill feed, but a confidence round comes through. Exter able to walk away with 4 kills this time, going up against the rifles as well. And honestly, once again, the desk highlighted this. Exter has been really just expanding that skill set. Obviously, playing different roles, being a little bit more aggressive, ready to step in and be that carry factor when KaneZera is not turning up on the board. We get treated to a little bit of that prowess here, but once again, this is just Envy firing on all cylinders right now, and they show zero sign of slowing down. Team Solid, they have to win 9 rounds in a row to make this happen as KaneZera finds the first.
They don't care about the blind. They don't care about anything. KaneZera is just soloing. He's W King. He doesn't care anymore. Extra's on top, though. It's a foot race just to see who can get the kills first at this point. Team Solid are full tilted. And I swear, if Envy doesn't hard pick Bind for the remainder of this tournament, I'm going to be upset. They're about to allow a total of 3 rounds to Brazil as a whole. KaneZera popped, though, has to use his ultimate, and that'll waste a good amount of time on the spike itself as Inspire playing a foothold on the TP flank with the help of Ion. And after he will end up falling, it's just Exter on the site, but he'll dimensional drift to waste even more time. And the double peek out from the smoke, Inspire lays waste. PXS is only good for 1, and Envy have yet another dominant Bind performance to send another Brazilian team down.
An unbelievable turnaround. The bounce back from map number 1 where it looked like they could just do a nothing and Team Solid were slapping them around to pull themselves right back up and sends them to Ascent where they win out in 13-7 fashion. And suddenly KaneZera, heated up as always, makes this a very decisive bind. Right now, Envy can simply not be stopped on this map as once again, they have won in such a dominant fashion. First, the 13-0 against Stelle, and now a 13-3 against Team Solid. Unbelievable stuff coming through from Envy, and as Team Solid will now go into the lower bracket, I worry for Winthrop University because that was the team that sent them down in the play-ins.
Exter begging the crowd to make some noise. Oh, and it looks like they had the read for sure there. Wow. Envy's villain arc grows here in Sao Paulo as they'll make their way to the winners finals. And as you said, Marks, Team Solid will